it has been suggested to me, instead of showing box cards that I've made, I should actually make one on camera, so that's what I'm going to do. So this is the box card that I'm going to make. This is from svgcuts.com. It's from the set called Boho Butterflies, and this is just called Butterflies box card. And you can see the front. It looks very detailed, except for the moth. They didn't really provide a detail for the moth. But then there's the side, the other side, and then here's the back. And this is where you put your message. So I have a rig for my phone to show my desktop, so I'm going to start making it now. So the first thing I want to show is I took some time-lapse videos of the Cricut working. So this first video is showing the time-lapse video of the Cricut cutting out the butterflies, and that's about 29 seconds long. And you can see at the beginning it looks like it's scanning the lines of the around the butterflies, and then after that it starts cutting out the butterflies themselves. And then the second time-lapse video is just showing the Cricut cutting some paper to it's the paper that goes on the flaps, and that one's pretty fast. And then I peel off the paper so that you can see that it actually cut, as if you doubted me. So here are the two pieces that make up the box. Here's the front and here's the back. So just to make this smoothly, or go smoothly, I'm just going to go ahead and score everything or fold everything on the score lines first, because if I don't do this first, believe me, it's going to be difficult later on. Okay, so, and it'll be difficult if I don't start with this. I'm just going to glue these two together and make sure I put it on straight. That would be helpful. I can tell if it's on straight if this matches up, and it does. Okay, now I'm going to turn it upside down so I can put these two pieces on the flaps. I used to use glue sticks, and I even have some on my desk, but I don't use them that much anymore because I would make a real huge mess. I'd get glue all over the front of the patterns, and I just find that using glue like this is easier. I didn't like using this kind of glue at first because it always made everything, it would make the paper curl up. Okay, this is the wood paneling on the sides. Oops. I'm getting glue all over the place, but that's okay, because this mat is a work mat, I guess. I got this when I was learning to quilt, this green pad, and I made a couple of blankets for my dog, but that was about it. I made some masks for the pandemic at the beginning in 2020. That was about it. So there's the flaps, and there's the wood pieces on. Now this is the back, so I'm going to put this piece on first. can't really see me doing that. I'm just gonna try and put it on nice and straight. I chose this pattern because I don't know, I think it kind of goes with this box, or this pattern of box card. Words are not coming out very well, so I gotta put this on. Now if somebody wants me to personalize this, all I have to do is use my Cricut machine to write the words with the Cricut pens, and I just glue another piece on top of that. And also I can make new butterflies to add another butterfly to the back, but for now I'm not going to put a butterfly in the back. Now we're going to do the wood paneling. And I'm going to fold these pieces. Oops. Okay. Now I'm going to just put some glue on here on both sides, and then I'll fold them over with both hands. Just hold them down. Okay. Just going to do the same to this side. I have a thin tip for this glue. By the way, the glue is Bearly Art Glue, and it has a fine tip somewhere around here, and it's clogged up, and I can't get the glue out. Oops. And I can't get the glue out because the last time I used it, I didn't wet it, and to get the glue out. I usually do that, but I guess I was in a hurry the last time. So these wood pieces, there are different sizes, so I got to figure out the thinner ones go on the smaller pieces, and the bigger ones go on the bigger panel. So here's the small ones. I'll put these bigger ones with this one. I'll set this off to the side. So all I'm going to do here is just put some glue. Doesn't matter if it's sloppy, as long as they go on here straight enough. I'm going to just use a paper towel to blot it. Okay. I was using a different kind of paper for this wood grain pattern, and it looked more like wood grain, and it was embossed with wood grain embossing. That was a lot smaller embossing, but Michaels has been out of that for a long time, and I don't know when they're going to get it back. I keep asking about it, and I keep checking the Michaels website. I actually have a piece that I was going to use for this, but it wasn't sticking to my Cricut mat, so I couldn't really use it. Oops. Okay, I'll make sure I'm on camera. So you see my shaking. I was born with a tremor. I don't know how else to explain it. I was born with mild tremor in both my hands, and I guess it's easier to see when I'm not trying to show it to you. So that piece will go on here. I'll just put this glue on here. There's a little bit of glue seeping out here, but that's okay. As long as it's not on the front, then it's fine. So I'm going to put these, I have these things to put on those. but I'm not going to put those on until the very end. And now I'm going to put this piece right in here. Oops. And it's going to go right under this second score line and just centered. That's fine, as long as it's centered in the in between here, but it goes right under that score. And then I guess I didn't fold this one. This is gonna go down here. One second. Dog wanted in. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little glue here. And then just try to fold this down right on there. Just hold it like that. Okay, now that's going to be like a frame, which brings me to this piece with these wood pieces. I got dried up glue all over my fingers, so I'm going to glue these down too. And these sides. This card isn't taking me that long, but some of the cards take me about 2 hours to make, which is why I chose to pre-make some of the pieces. Oh, it's over here. Like these, I've already made these, but I'll make them again for this video because it's not going to take me that long. Just got to make sure they're on straight, and I keep saying that. I usually say I can't even think straight. Okay. There's this piece. Oops. And the original, the image on the SVG Cuts website shows that they've done some inking along the edges of like the frame on the outside and the inside, and then also on the wood pieces. But you see how shaky my hands are. I have tried that with the inking, and believe me, it does not work out for me. I just would rather practice before I get into trying to do something like that. And I just don't think that that's something that, you know, is for me. So I'm going to put the glue on here. I'm going to put the frame on here where it goes. Just going to place it on top, and then I'm going to fold it down to press down on it. So this piece is ready to become one. So I'm going to push that down, and I'm just going to glue that, and then I'm going to glue that down. Make sure it's on right. Okay, there is the box. Oops. And there's some glue in here. Okay, there's the box. So now I'm going to get all the butterflies out. And I have these pieces of chipboard that I like to put behind all of the layers. Sometimes I have to make chipboard pieces that would cover up the whole thing in the back to stabilize it, because these, if I don't do that, then they end up going like this in the card. They end up curling up. And so the chipboard will prevent that from happening because it's not very flexible. So I'm just going to put this in here. Just going to fold those over so that they will fold when I put the layers in the card. And now I can start putting in the butterflies. These butterflies have details on them. Uh-oh, well, that one's messed up. This moth got glued down for some reason, so I'm gonna have to, I can still use the moth, but this one is gonna have to be replaced. I'm gonna have to make another one. Okay, so this one goes here. So what I'm just gonna do is I'm just gonna put the glue on this one little spot. I'm not gonna glue the whole thing down, because when you have a butterfly or a moth, for that matter, it's going to flutter. So you don't want to keep these things down. And then it's going to use this one. I'm going to do the same thing here. Oops. Same thing here. What? Well, that butterfly's messed up too. Okay, this one's better. I don't know how that happened. I guess when it came out of the Cricut, it must have torn. So there's that, and then there's nothing wrong with this one. This one will go in here on this side. So that's the second layer. So let me put together the first layer, or the third layer actually. I'm gonna put this in here first. It doesn't matter how much glue I put on here because it's not going to come off. I just need it to be on the back to stabilize the card, or the layer. So this one is going to have this, this one looks messed up, and this one I messed up, so I'm gonna have to do two more of those. So I'm gonna skip this one and just go to one that is already made. And voila, it has been assembled. So what I do to put this in is I'm just going to put some glue on the flaps, and I'm just going to see if I can do this on camera. I just push this. Oh, it's not going to be easy to do this on with the way my phone is, but I just got to push this up against there. Right, there we go. And then just, hold it, and then bring this one over the side, and then just fold it down. It was kind of hard to show that. So as long as these two pieces, as long as the card folds, it should be okay. It's kind of hard to put that on because of that frame, but it's fine. Okay, here's the second layer. That one goes in. I'm going to fold these this way and put the glue on. We're just going to do it this way. I can't really see. There. I'm just going to push them in, and then I'm just going to fold it and hold it down on both sides to make sure that it stays in. And see how these layers are, they're not bowing inside. And then the last thing is this, which goes in the front, because this is what's being framed inside here. This is the picture that's going to be in here. So it's going to go inside here, just like this. So I'm going to put glue on here. And then just going to nudge it down so it's right up against that. I'm going to try, and it's not going to be easy. There we go. I'm just going to push it, press it down like this. And then this side, I'm going to do the same thing. Just going to press down on it so that it stays on. Okay. Now the last thing to do is to put these butterflies. I'm going to put this one in the back, right up here. Right up against the frame. Okay. And then this one's going to need one. But unfortunately, the one that it needs is messed up. So I will refer you back to this. So, yeah, I didn't know those pieces were going to do that. And then, so I'm going to have to redo those. Oh, no, I have extra. Okay, I do have extras. So this one goes here, and this one goes here. So I'm just going to put the glue on this body of the butterfly. I forgot that I had these extras. Okay, on this one, I'm just going to put the glue right in here and just put this right here on the side. Okay, so the last thing that I have to do is to put these things on. These come in many different sizes, and I got these on Amazon. This particular box is 4mm, but the box that these are from is 8mm. I have 4 boxes, and they're all mixing together. So I have 4 millimeter, 6 millimeter, 8, and 10. Oops. Yeah, so those go there like that, and the 4 millimeter goes in there like that. Okay. And people in my neighborhood are driving around on motorcycles right now, if you can hear that. And earlier there were people shooting my fireworks. So all I have to do left is put this glue in here. I got my little wax pencil thing. Just gonna make sure it's on straight enough. Okay, and there's gonna be a little glue around it, but that's fine. It dries clear. And then just put some on this side. I don't want to put too much on there because then it'll be too much. That's fine. Okay, so that's it for that card. Just gonna move all these things out of the way. And so see, when you see the card folded like that, that's not going to go in the envelope. So it has to be folded like this to go in the envelope. And that's another thing that I have is the envelope. So let me get that. So the envelopes are pretty easy. This paper, this side is smooth and the other side is textured. So I'm just going to fold these over. And then the bottom piece, folding it over. So you can see where it comes together here. You're not going to see that those are overlapping. So what I'd like to do, if that happens, is just put a little dot of glue right there. And then just hold it down just so that those two pieces stay together. And if this doesn't have that much separation between this edge and this edge, so it's just a little bead of glue all the way down. I don't want to put too much glue on it because then it'll go on the inside of the card. That should be fine. So I just fold it over. And that's pretty much it for that. And the final piece for the envelope is double stick tape. Now, because it's not that much, I like to fold that over and hold it up to the light and see, this is perfect. So I'll start on this side and I'll peel off my tape, and I need my scissors. So I just run the tape along the outer edge, and then just cut it. I like to cut it straight, but so that the other side doesn't have to be cut. But sometimes if it's got a corner like this, oops, you can't see it. It's got a corner, I just, cut along there. Oops, you didn't see it. So now this side, I'm just gonna run this along here, along the edge as much as possible, all the way to there, and just cut it. And that's it. And that's it for the envelope, which was pretty easy. So now I just put my card inside the envelope and it's all done. I close it and it's ready for when somebody wants to buy a butterfly box card, or if I decide to give one away as a gift. So that was pretty painless, I hope. So that was pretty painless, right? As far as making my first box card tutorial. I don't know if it was a tutorial or just me putting a box card together that I was going to have to make anyway. But since there was a suggestion, instead of just showing the card, show how I make it, so I did. And I hope that was helpful for you. And as painless as it was, kind of painless for me actually. Only because of those messed up butterflies, and I just wasn't preparing for that to happen. But anyway, so that was the tutorial. I hope it was not that bad. I'm pretty sure it was. So please don't roast me. I did the best that I could. So anyway, the next thing that I'm going to be making is the Star Trek blanket, which will take me a while to make. So I guess I'll see you next time when I do that. I love you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.